Hello everyone, welcome back to Mary's little house. Oh, I'm so glad to have you back. Tonight's topic is about the victory of love, overcoming all evil. Jesus set the example on the cross when he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." When he said that, he wasn't just talking about the Roman soldiers that nailed him up there on the cross, or the Pharisees that accused him and made him die upon the cross. We all had a part in that by our sins. He's up on the cross because we have all sinned. But he forgives us. And he's not only man, but God. His forgiveness is infinite. But he showed us how to overcome sin and evil by submitting himself to its awfulness for love of us. Rather than conquering us, rather than annihilating us, which we surely deserved, he took upon himself our sins and the effects of our sins upon the cross. And rather than getting even with us, taking revenge, he forgave us. That forgiveness rings from the cross through all the centuries, and we hear it pronounced by the priest in confession. And those who are not members of the church, they could go to God, Christ, and ask us for forgiveness, to forgive us of their sins. And he will forgive them when their hearts are truly repentant. Well, how does that help us when we are fighting evil? Like the evil of abortion, the taking of an innocent, undefensible, defenseless little person, child in the mother's womb. I don't know of any other issue that makes my blood boil, that makes me so filled with indignation and anger. Last night I could hardly go to sleep. I just read a letter to the editor of someone who is, as they say, pro-choice. What did I do? How I couldn't get to sleep. I went to the Lord. I went to the Blessed Mother. I said, "Look at me. I'm on the cross of my own indignation, my own anger. Help me." I didn't want to come down from the cross. I let all that indignation flow over me, and I brought it to the Lord. I wanted him to change my hard heart, my vindictive heart, my get-even heart. I wanted him to change it and transform it into the heart that he had, that was pierced upon the cross, that forgave his enemies, that forgave all of us, that overcome evil and sin and death. Well, I stayed there, trying not to run away, but pleading with him to please help me. Because I will be ineffective. I will be part of the problem by returning evil for evil. Finally, peace came to my heart. He answered my prayer. I was able to sleep. And I still want to, with all my heart, do everything I can to stand up for life, all human life, especially the unborn, and beauty of womanhood, and their dignity and motherhood, and all those things. But I want to do it with compassion, even for those who oppose us, who do not see it our way. I want to do it with the heart of Christ. And what does that take? It takes us when we find ourselves so hard and indignant, so filled with indignation, to come to the Lord and beg and plead with Him that He change our hearts to His heart, to forgive our enemies, to see them as needing our love as well, and our understanding, not to agree with them, but to reach out to them in love and pray for them, for their hearts to change. So, what I wish to say is, when we do act in everything, especially in the heat of arguments and conflict, when we stand on the front line of life, let us do it with a weapon, one weapon, the weapon of love. Love of everyone, especially those who oppose us. Let us go out there with a winning spirit, for Jesus overcame sin and death by loving. And He gives us the same power to do this in overcoming the evils of our society, the culture of death, by loving. God bless you now.